Welcome, Pisces. This is your weekly Teroscope reading for September the 14th through to the 20th, 2016. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we begin, thank you. Thank you truly for all of the loving, supportive, positive energy that you send my way each and every day. Truly, thank you so, so much. Let's see what the energy is going to be for you this week. Three of Wands, new path. You are really thinking it through. You are really understanding the new possibilities that can be in your life. You're looking at the pros, you're looking at the cons, you're looking at the setbacks, you're looking at what you have to give up and move away from in order to step into the new opportunities. You are considering it. It is there for your taking. We have the Two of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Six of Wands. Wow. We got four wands on the table, so it's your thoughts, it's your communication, it's your words, it's, that's your power this week with four wands here. It's you communicating your ideas, your wants, your desires, your dreams, and there's going to be success. You're actually being pulled into something in your life in order to bring in balance, in order to bring in security, and you're going to have success. Now, it's not a time to rest on your laurels, it's a time to forward movement, okay? The Six of Wands is very much like you are in a parade. You are actually leading the parade. The parade is for you, in fact. And it's on your accomplishment. There's people around you that are supporting you, that are cheering you on. But you are in full armor, so this tells me that you've got your papers ready for your next journey, your next adventure. That you're not stopping, that you're not taking a break, that you're not taking a rest. It's pulling you into where you need to go. So this success is maybe a smaller success that adds to other successes to take you to where you need to go. We have the Ace of Wands, and you are really contemplating the balance that needs to be in your life. Now, with the Four of Wands, I would have to say it's communication. It's how you're communicating yourself, how you're selling yourself, how you are expressing yourself. In order to bring balance into your life, in order to bring joy and happiness into your life. So how you are communicating, with whom are you communicating? What words are you using? Are you sending the right message? How can you send the message a little bit better to that person, that individual, that group of people? We have the Two of Swords, so, this is where we almost have turned a blind eye to something, hoping that it will dissipate, hoping that it will go away, and you need to make a decision on it. You need to look at it square in the eye, and you are going to get the opportunity this week to look at it. Now, it's going to take courage to actually make the choice that's right, to make the decision that's right. You have to be really honest with yourself. You have to rip off that blindfold. You have to really look at the situation and understanding where you need to step next and why it's so important for you to do that. Our overriding energy is the King of Cups. So growing your independence, growing, this is kind of cutting off independence in some way, where you have been leaning heavily on somebody or a situation, and you are finding that you don't need that person or that situation in order to stand strong, that you can provide for yourself, that you are more than capable, that you can provide for others. This is a fatherly love, so it is loving through strength, through commitment, through determination, for your best foot forward. We have the Ten of Swords, which has been one of the popular cards with the World, which is a popular card. And this is beautiful because even though you feel like you have been stuck or you've been going through chaos or there's been a lot of stress in your life, this tells me that with the World card, you have come complete circle now. And there are things that you have to, loose ends that you have to tidy up. There may be endings that need to happen, healing that needs to happen, closure that needs to happen in your life. But you've gone through it. You have the wisdom now in order to take you forward. You have that strength. You have that determination. So it's very important that in order for you to stand up strong, to move past the stress or the chaos that you have had to walk through. It's time to tidy up those loose ends. It's time to prepare yourself for the new beginnings that lie in wait for you. For work and career, we have the King of Swords, so there is definitely a passion, a desire. You may come across as a little bit egotistical, only looking out for yourself and your interests, which probably is not the case, but you may come across that way because you are filled with passion and you are explaining it through your eyes. So once again, we need to understand our communication and how to communicate, and I think the words will come if you sit in silence for a moment and think about what you want to say and how you want to say it, the message that you want, the buy-in that you want. Okay, rather than just allowing the energy to take you away one day and you just go off the deep end. You want to remain grounded, you want to remain passionate, absolutely, but you also want your words to bring in success. You want your communication to bring in success. So, but you really have, a path laid out for yourself. You have a plan of action. You know where you're going here. For love and relationships, we have temperance, which means we need to bring the balance in when it comes to our relationships. Maybe it's the relationship with ourselves, because we can't possibly love anybody else more than we already love ourselves. So if we don't have much love and empathy for ourselves, we can't really give that to somebody else. Even though we think we are, that's a deflection. So long as we are putting out fires for other people, so long as we are investing our time, our energy, our resources, our love for another person, then we don't have to look at us. And it's important to look at you and have the balance within you. Whether you're in a relationship or not, it's about strengthening your balance, your purpose, knowing what you bring to the table. Feeling that sense of love and security for yourself, bringing yourself into balance. So maybe you haven't been taking care of yourself, maybe you haven't been loving yourself, maybe you've been beating up on yourself. Now is the time to change that, to change the current, to change the flow, to love yourself, to take time out for you, to bring yourself into balance so that you can bring a relationship into balance or step into a relationship full of balance. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.